I've lost my mind doing this game, yeah. Like Vincent van Gogh. He dedicated his life to his art and lost his mind in the process. That's happened to me.
Alright, and submit. Okay, now, just to be able to give a breakdown on space and time complexity for our following solution, is that our time complexity for our solution is going to be O of n, where n is the number of intervals, and we only iterate over the list of intervals once, while the space complexity is going to be O of n, given the fact that we are storing each interval that we have already visited into our result list, and so that's why, in particular, it will be O of n, for n is representing the number of intervals. And yes, so this was insert interval. Thanks again for taking time to watch this. If you found this helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. And as always, take care. Cheers. Bye-bye. Submit. Alright, and it passes all the test cases. So to give a breakdown on the time and space complexity for our solution, the time complexity is going to be O n log n, where n is referring to the number of intervals, and this is because we have to sort the intervals first, which takes O n log n time, and the subsequent merging of overlapping intervals takes linear time, hence the extra n. And then the space complexity is O of n, where n is the number of intervals, and then in the worst case scenario, none of the intervals overlap, and the result list will contain all the original intervals. So yes, this was merge intervals in C++. Thanks again for taking time to watch this. If you found this helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. And as always, take care. Cheers. Bye-bye. That's all the test cases. Okay, now just to give a rundown on everything for our solution, is that the time complexity for our solution is going to be of O n log n, where n is the number of intervals, and this is due to sorting in step by step at the beginning, while the space complexity for our following solution is going to be O of 1, as we only use a constant amount of space to keep track of the last end time and the number of intervals to come to remove. So yes, this was non-overlapping intervals. Thanks again for taking time to watch this. If you found this helpful, feel free to like and subscribe, and if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. And as always, take care. Cheers. Bye-bye. Solution is going to be O n log n, where n is the number of intervals, and due to the sorting step in the beginning that we have, since we have different intervals on the inside of the whole intervals array, that would explain what we have. And then given the fact that we're using a data structure of a queue, the space complexity is going to be O of n, since we need to store all of the intervals that we have visited and compared. But overall, just the storing aspect is going to have a space complexity of O n. So yeah, this was meeting rooms in C++, Blind 75. Thank you again for taking time to watch this. If you found this helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. And as always, take care. Cheers. There we go. Alright, and it works and passes all the test cases. So, to be able to give a rundown on the space and time complexity, the time complexity over min heap overall in solution is going to be O n log of n, given the fact that we are looking throughout intervals. Within our intervals array, where n represents the number of intervals, and this is also due to everything being sorted. And then we're going to have a space complexity of O of n because we are using a queue to be able to store everything. And so yeah, that is pretty much Meeting Rooms 2. For the most part, it's pretty similar to Meeting Rooms 1. Thank you again for taking time to watch this. If you found this helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. If you have any other questions, please put them in the comment section. And as always, take care. Cheers.